So just more practice from yesterday. We have some more sequences up here. These are either arithmetic or geometric sequences. You guys should know the formulas for arithmetic and geometric sequences. We're going to do these both recursively and explicitly. So what do you guys think is that first one? What is going on with it? Times 2? So is that geometric or arithmetic?
It's geometric.
That's called geometric if you're multiplying or dividing each time. Yep, so I would put that right here and I'd say times 2 times 2. That shows that R, the common ratio, is 2. That means that if it has a common ratio, it's geometric. I think your worksheet this time is going to focus more on recursive, but you can't just write it as more in previous. You need to write it formally the right way. So the way you'd write this recursively is you'd say the current term, a sub n, is, how do I write the previous term, the line before it? I write it as a sub n minus 1. That's the one before n. And what's the rule here? You guys told me. You take the thing before it and you do what with it? Times 2. That's it. Okay, so that's the recursive form of that sequence. We could use it, get the next terms, whatever the next one's going to be, like 160, 172, I think, something like that. When you write it recursively, I don't think the worksheet's going to ask you for this every time, but you always really are supposed to write the first term as well. The launch pad. The launch pad for this one is what? What is the first term? That's what this says. You guys need to be able to read this stuff. A sub 1 says first term. First term for this is 11. If you didn't have that and you started and tried to do the second term, you'd be like taking what times 2, and you wouldn't know what to multiply by 2. All right. This guy, is it arithmetic or geometric? Arithmetic. Why? It's going down by 3 each time. If you've got a subtraction or an addition, that's arithmetic. So we're going to say D is negative 3 because it's minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. So that's arithmetic. So recursively, the current thing is going to be the thing before it, a sub n minus 1. And what are we going to do to the thing before it? Subtract 3. It's not like it's rocket science or anything, yeah? First term is, of course, negative 7. So we'd subtract negative 3 from that to get this. Do it again, however many times we need to. All right. Next one is a little more interesting, I thought. The ideas. What's going on? You think geometric, Cheyenne?
Because it's multiplied by 0.06.
She thinks it's multiplying. Do you guys agree with her that it's multiplying? You could use your calculator and experiment, right? I think she's right. It's multiplying by something. Is it 0.6, 0.066? Get your calculators out, experiment. You can't do it, you don't just give up. You use a tool.
It's multiplied.
Oh!
Yep, see? Miss Bradford's got her calculator out. She figured out it's times 6. I think if you go this one times 6, you get that one. If you go that one times 6, you get that one. So it's just times 6. But nice job, Cheyenne, for identifying that. That's good. So she said geometric, right? We figured out R was 6. So then that's going to be
Equals a n minus 1 plus 6.
Are we adding 6 each time?
I mean,
Times
times 6.
6. You can go times 6 here, or a lot of the time you'll see this, like in Algebra 2, I never put the times 6 here, it just looks funky. I put the times 6 in front. That just like looks nicer, it's easier to understand, I think. So how you do that is up to you, I don't care. All right, then the first term is 0.01. Okay. So I think we'll just go and look at more explicit sequences when we start looking at the next sheet. So we did those yesterday, but let's go back and review mx+b form. This is even more important. So let's do a couple lines like this one. this one. And I'm just going to draw a couple that we're going to identify. Okay, so some practice with lines. This is stuff that you have to know how to do and you have to be good at it before you move on to the next class. So, we've got two lines here. This one's solved, it's already in slope-intercept form. I can already see its slope and I can see its starting point, its y-intercept. So, what's that one going to look like? Which number do I use to start with on this one, guys?
B.
The B, which is what?
6.
6. So you should be starting up here at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That's 1 point on the line. Thing not attached to X is B. And then I'm supposed to go
down 3 over 8.
Down 3 over 8, exactly. Vertical, horizontal. So I'm going to go down 3. I'll try to show it in red, I guess. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3 over. This is supposed to be 8. So we'll say that that's 8. Sure, my line is not perfect, but it's good enough. Okay? This guy, I can't do that with right away because,
We need to find the y value in the x value.
yeah, this doesn't look the same. It's got to be mx plus b. So I need to solve for y first. So what do I need to do first to get y by itself?
Going to divide 4.
Close. This is really adding to this chunk.
Yeah, so
It's
it's
positive, right? This is attached to that. This is positive. It's adding to this side. So how do you get rid of addition? You subtract it. Now that's multiplying. So that one I'm going to divide.
Yeah, but, okay, now you gotta divide.
Now I'm going to divide. Because that's
And both
multiplying.
sides.
This isn't multiplying the y, it's added to that y, and to the negative 6y, but good. Okay. Both sides. So we're going to get negative 9. Negative, negative, positive. 4/6 is 2/3 x.
And then you go to 9.
9 where?
9 on negative 9.
Down here, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go.
Up 2 over 3.
And up 2 over 3. You got it. Nice. Do a little practice. Be good at this. Make that 3. 1, 2, 3. Go. And there's that line.
Oh, you did actually really good.
Sometimes I get lucky. Okay, so you should also be able to just look at a line and write down its mx plus b form. So what do you guys think for this blue one? Let me get some of this other stuff out of the way. Okay. So y equals what?
Y equals negative. Wait, we got negative 7.
This is let me get this fixed a little bit. That's 5.
Oh, okay, so negative 4.
There we go. Then you got to draw a little slope triangle, right? Anywhere you can see it, you can draw it. So I can see this point clearly. Oh, I can see that point clearly. I'm going to draw this triangle. So that's 4, 2. So what do I put? 2 over 4 or 4 over 2?
4 over 2.
Vertical over horizontal. You guys got it. Nice.
2 over 1, which
4 over 2, and then what else do I need? I need something else.
X
I need an x on this one or on that one?
on the fraction.
On the slope one, right? Yeah, the fraction. Nice, okay. So that reduces a little bit. -4 plus 2x. If you wrote that reversed, if you said 2x minus 4, that's of course the same thing. It's both are correct. Not either one's really better. Okay. I guess this one's technically mx+b, but whatever. Same information. Okay, this is gone. Hunter and Cheyenne and a few people have been playing a lot. Let me hear from some other people. What am I going to do for this one? Three? Down 2 over 1, you think? You guys agree with Isabel? It's down. I think she's close. Let's see. Down 2 over 1. That looks kind of right, but see, this is where my crappy graph kind of messes us up a little bit. I think it's over 2. But if you had put that, I would have taken that because my graph sucks, right? Like, you can clearly see. See, you can't clearly, you kind of can, but this one you can really clearly see. So you could do that triangle. You're not wrong though, Isabel, so very good. So let's say -3 over 2x. You can't really simplify that. It's kind of done. Okay? So there's slope-intercept forming again. I'll see you next time.